All right, what's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. Today is Friday, February 6th, 2026. Today I'll be going over my pre-market analysis, an analysis I made before getting into the trading day, something that I do every morning on a consistent basis, going over the stock that I'm looking at and, you know, going through its time frames, starting at by a larger time frame and then breaking it down to the smaller time frames to see exactly what we're looking at. Build some type of context where the market is and where it could potentially go. Uh, draw out levels of interest, and then seeing if we could create like find a trade according to these. So without further ado, let's get into the pre-market analysis. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move myself. Okay, there we go. Okay, as you guys can see on my screen, right here we have the yearly chart, SPY yearly chart overall in an uptrend. Uptrend being a series of higher lows, higher highs. That would be an uptrend. When price goes up, it pulls back, trades at a higher price, and then has a continuation higher, and then well this time it dipped a little lower, but then a continuation pulled higher into this area, and then had a higher low, and then a continuation of that series of higher lows. This would be where buyers step in. It has an area of pullback. Buyers pay higher prices, causing the market to go up. Buyers are consistently buying, right? It goes into an area of higher, and then it trades again. Buyers step in at a higher price. So pretty much, a uptrend would consist of buyers willing to pay higher prices, right? And then vice versa. Buyers not willing to pay higher prices would be a consistent downtrend. So and we can see that these last three red volume candles are exceeding the previous buying volume. So as you guys can see, higher selling volume than buyer volume, you know, as we can see right here. It's kind of choppy, but if I zoom in a little bit, you can see these little red bars. If you try to drown out all the noise, um, we can see these red bars, you see? Okay. And then, okay, I zoomed out a little too much, but let's go into the SPY, making lower lows and lower highs today, making push towards an area of previous supply that yesterday acted as a demand zone, looking to see how price action reacts to this level. So pretty much, what I was emphasizing is this area, which was an area of let's draw it in green, right? So we can get this emphasis. Buying stepped in into this area, buying stepped in into this area. It it started creating its series of lower highs, its consistent downtrend. As you guys can see, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then it came into this area. And then it is now testing the pre-market. It was testing this area of which was one supply, an area where buyers were buying. Uh, Now it broke down. We want to see if sellers step into this area, you know, causing it to be a lower high, or if buyers step into this area once again, causing it to have a consistent, a break of its trend. So let's get into the live trading video. So today, um, ooh, what is this? 5 minutes into the market? One, two, three. Oh, this is a while into the market. I didn't realize I started the live recording this late, but had a huge move to the upside, right? And huge move to the upside. I was looking to be patient, and I think I ended up trying it. So what I drew out right here is it's having a series of higher highs and higher lows, pretty much a little uptrend, but it's kind of in a sense wedging, which would be just like an area of where where the trade it's like in a period of consolidation. Consolidation meaning it's like buyers and sellers are agreeing on price and the movement isn't too like drastic. It's trading in a range. So it's trading in like a wedge, but to the upside, right? With its higher lows, higher highs. And I think I end up trying this for the downside. So what I see here, it touched that area of supply. Went over our area of demand in the morning. I want to see how this area is reacting. I'm looking for selling volume to step in and seeing how this would play out. So what ends up happening here is just looking to be patient. So my risk was 20 cents. Originally my risk was okay, yeah, my risk was 10 cents. But it looks to be that I bought on like the lowest part of the candle. Let's see if we can go back a little bit when I'm up some money. So at one point I was up almost my 1-to-1. As you guys can see, yeah, there's a rejection, but no break of this wedge. Um, what I wanted to see is it break out and then have a breakdown of this. We were getting the breakdown, you know, so we were pretty much anticipating at this point, to get to its previous area of support, which didn't end up happening. So I stopped out for a break-even trade. I didn't win or lose money in this instance, and then it had a continuation of the wedge to the upside. So I'm just looking to be patient. Oh, here it is. So I drew that wedge to the upside, and I'm emphasizing that it is still trading in this range. Okay, yeah, so this is the first. So I was gonna get into this trade, right? I bought a put. I bought a put. I bought a put. I mean, I was going to buy a put, but the thing was, if I had bought one contract, that would have been for a 20-cent risk. You see, so when I was about to pull the trigger, I noticed that I didn't have the correct amount of contract. And so when I was about to pull it, um, pretty much I didn't take the trade because I didn't have the correct sizing. And then I noticed it here. You see, then I traded it to two. I'm seeing if it gives me um so pretty much I'm waiting for it to tell me to go back to this price if possible, and then to have a continuation to the downside. So it never pulled back. So I completely missed the trade. But this trade should have been I was looking for an entry at 90 cents, similar to the first trade. With a stop loss at the low, anticipating once again that breakdown of the wedge and then into a lower support level. So the target would have been to this previous support, at least minimum. So it would have been to 110, the 90 cent. It would have been at least a 2-to-1, which really could have helped me out today because me missing out on this trade was just because I was too slow to execute. So I was just looking to be patient. At this point, I'm not looking at anything. It's having a continuation to the downside. Here, we notice buyers into this level. So this was the previous area of support. I noted out a previous area of support during the market open. Looking to see how these levels react when it came back to them. Oh yeah. So at this point, I think I'm looking to buy. I'm looking to buy once again. But what had stopped me from entering this one time was this wick that it's about to happen. Um, this one. So it ends up breaking down. and I'm looking to purchase. As you guys can see, this is where is it at? Oh, a call. So here's the call. So I'm not lying. Um, so buying it at this area of supports. I didn't take this trade. Reason being, my plan was to get into this area of demand. Since it had broke down, it invalidated my thesis, meaning um I wanted to see buyers hold this area, hold strong to this area, and seeing sellers get well, pretty much they got bought up, but I didn't like the fact that it had broke down from that level. It kind of scared me out of taking a position. And what ends up happening, it reverses to the upside, and then our target would have been at least a previous area of resistance, because where what my what my strategy is based off of buying it at areas of supply, selling it in area of demand, and vice versa. So this is an area of supply, this is an area of supply, this is an area of supply. Reason being, buyers supply exceeds demand, and these are areas where buyers are tending to buy, and then these are areas where sellers are tending to sell. And I think I draw a line. I don't make it red, but this would be an area of demand that I just drew out. And then, so I'm not looking to chase. Um, I'm like, okay, I could buy it here for a possible continuation to the upside, which many days out of the week, the last 2 weeks, it's been just freaking starts ripping, you buy it. But today the price action is completely starting to show something different. And it's starting for my type of strategy, it's starting to be more clear. Um, Trading supply and demand zones. So what I would want to do is wait until it gets into our area of demand and purchase it, and then targeting it our area of supply, right? So what ends up happening is it has a rejection into the area. And then look, I'm looking to once again purchase this. Um, you know what? I think I took a pretty nice screenshot and I want to show it. This right here is the order book. So this is the book map I meant to say. This is a book map. Right in this screenshot, if we can see the time, I can't see it. But as you guys can see, it had its huge sell-off. This was an area of demand, right? This is an area of demand. It had broke down and then came into this area of supply. So pretty much this area is, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's about, no, no, no. I don't think it's this. Actually, yeah, it might be this one. But this is where it bounced. So it came into, oh, no, no, no. Is this where I try it? No. Look, so this is pretty important that I show this. I want you guys to see this. It's when I start buying. So I missed this trade, right? I missed this trade. I was looking to purchase it. I can realistically I wanted it a little lower. I didn't take what I could get, and I missed out on that trade, right? So I missed out on that trade. So pretty much I missed the short. I skipped out on this long. I missed this long. I skipped out on this long as well. I skipped out on this long as well. It's pretty annoying. In complete honesty, that's pretty freaking annoying. This is pretty annoying. And as you guys can see, like you'll see my trading. Um, Look, so I'm now. looking for a short. Was I looking for a short? Yeah, look. Look, I was looking for another put. Oh my God, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. So look, I'm looking to purchase this, right? I'm gonna go in with two contracts, meaning 10 cent stop, right, on this options contract. You know, why? Why am I looking to short when it just broke the highs? Well, because the last time it broke highs, it reversed. This stock is not a trending stock. It's a it's a stock that goes up, then it goes down, goes up, goes down, and then look at this. So I'm like, okay, um, pretty much, I I don't I don't know exactly what happened. So I'm looking to buy it. I hit the buy. So look, I don't know if you guys can see that. I think I went too far back, right? But pretty much when I was trying to get in, when I was trying to get in, it didn't let me. It didn't let me get in. It didn't let me get in because this buy limit. So I put my buy on the mid, right? On the mid level. I put my buy on the mid level, but for some reason this mid price changed. So it like went down a tick or something like that, and it caused me not to enter this trade. Look, so I'm starting to see this hold. I'm starting to see this hold nicely. Oh, if look, so pretty much this book map, what this is showing is in this area. Okay, now I'm putting the pieces together. My fault for the brain fart. But what you're seeing here is is the book map where you can see limit orders and buy limit orders. So at the where the price is trading at, if there's red under, it's buy limit orders. Above is sell limit orders. And this is where it reversed at 10:45 around, yeah, so 10:45. You go up here, 10:45, buyer stepped in, but they got absorbed. They got absorbed by the selling pressure, causing it to, what is end up going to happen. So we see this, and then pretty much from this level, we don't see any buying area until about here, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be here, 10:30. No, it's going to be here. So that would have been the next support level. So pretty much this is showing a large amount of selling pressure right here in this level areas. So buyers come into this area. Buyers got absorbed, feeling the selling pressure. Selling exceeded, pretty much demand exceeded supply, causing a huge push to the downside, as you guys can see there with this red. And what you guys are pretty much going to see right now is what actually happened. So boom, I try to buy it. So I try to buy it. This is inverse. This is going down, this is going up, but this it's pretty much if I'm buying this, I'm betting on this to go down, right? So I looked to get in at 104. It didn't let me get back in. I mean, it didn't let me get in. And now at this point, my risk to reward is skewed up. I could have tried getting in here. I just didn't want to feel like I'm chasing this, you know? I didn't want to feel like I'm chasing it. And so what ends up happening, it broke down the structure, broke it down. Remember, mind you, this was 10-cent risk, right? It's up 3 to 1 now. And it, did I try it? Oh yeah, I was thinking about getting into right here. Reason being, this was an area of supply where buyers had stepped in previously. So I was looking to see if we can get a move, but I'm like, you know what, let's be patient. I don't see as much buying pressure. So I skipped on to that trade. Um, this trade had touched VWAP, but in complete honesty, this was a trade I should have not taken. This was a trade I should have not taken because there's other than VWAP, it's not telling me this is an area where buyers had stepped in previously. So that was a trade that I could avoided. In complete honesty, hindsight, looking back on this, this is a trade that should have been avoided. And then on the last trade, I'm just like, look, I'm thinking about buying it again, but I'm like, dude, I already lost. I broke even on one trade. I lost two trades right now. Do I really want to try this again? You know, this selling pressure is good. I mean, it's really big. But at the same time, these swings, you know, these are anticipated. This swing is anticipated. These swings are anticipated. And I had my shares there. I just I didn't execute on this last one. You know, I felt like I would be chasing, you know. And then as you guys can see, has its move to the high. So it came back into this area, you know, where buyers had previously bought. I tried to get in here, it didn't work out. I skipped this trade. Try to get into this one. Um, and then the third one that I skipped out on is the one that actually worked, and it freaking went straight into our area of demand. Um, annoying, annoying, but it that would have never been an issue if I was able to capitalize on the trade that I wanted to take. You know, this is the trade I was looking to take. I was looking to take this trade, and I was looking to take this trade. So it's today was just I took all the wrong trades. I took all the wrong trades and I just need to reset myself. I need to reset myself and just try again tomorrow. I mean try again Monday. Go back to square zero. Be patient like I did, like I was today. You know, wait for a setup. You know, it came into this area of supply. It did it once again. Should have been able to execute. It gave us another chance. Looking to execute. Gave us another chance. I was looking to execute. Pulled into an area of demand where selling has previously, you know, um, where selling pressure was previously based off of history has shown us that it can move the stock down. And then it showed us again confirmation, you know, that this area is the area that gets pushed down. So, right ideas, bad execution today. Um, but I see myself being more patient now. I'm taking smarter trades, you know, overall, and you know, just you know, let's try to execute on those trades that really do matter. And well, like you guys saw, one of those trades, it it didn't even let me fill. So today would have been a completely different story, but if I was able to execute on that, I was. So um, I hope you guys learned from this video. I hope you guys learned from my mistakes. I hope you guys learned something. And if you guys did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That would help tremendously. And yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. We're gonna we're gonna we're gonna come back at it.